All right, here it is. It's a CyCrown CycWagen. It's basically a dual battery cargo electric bike made for carrying passengers or cargo. So this is a very long bike, as you can see. Right up front, I really like the color. Feels like a light blue, almost a silver, with a couple of like yellow, beige type accents. I'm not quite sure what the color is. I couldn't find it on the website. This can hit a top speed of 28 miles per hour. Back here you have a 750 watt rated 1000 watt peak geared hub motor. It also comes with these footboards, this long rear rack. You also got this bamboo seat board over here. You have an integrated rear taillight with signal lights, which is really cool. I'll show you guys in a second. The dashboard. You have rear hydraulic disc brakes over here. I believe this is where the controller is. And then also a little bit of storage over here. So you might be able to put some bags if you wanted to. On the website, it shows that you could put like 2 child seats back here. You also have a torque sensor. So torque sensor makes pedaling feel very natural. It moves to the cadence of your pedaling. So that's really cool. It's a dual battery system. So this is where the second battery is located. And this battery is a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery. The second battery is located here under the frame. And this one, I believe, is a 48 volt, 10 amp hour battery, and each battery has its own set of keys to remove it. So you get plenty of range. It does say you can get up to 120 miles of range depending on your weight, terrain, and pedal assist level. That seems like a lot. I'm sure it's doable, but that's probably under the most minimal conditions and flat terrain. Here is the saddle, and pretty basic. It does flip up like so. So if you need to access the battery, you have this little lever over here. Over here, we have these 20 by 3 inch fat tires with a dual sport tread. You got an integrated front fender, integrated headlight, and you do have a front suspension shock. Also in the front, you have these mounts. So you can probably add a basket if you wanted to. Now, what's interesting about this bike is that it has this really long foldable stem. So it does collapse down with this latch over here, but it's really high. I think that's to accommodate taller riders, but it does seem kind of high if you're on the shorter end, and you know, it is a step through design. So, you know, if you have the saddle all the way down, it just kind of puts the handlebars really high up in a way that maybe is just a little too high. It does have this stopper bolt over here, but I think if it was just a little bit shorter, it would make a little bit more sense. And here's another look at the hydraulic disc brakes. So up front we have these ergonomic rubber grips. You have your controls over here for the display. So your plus and minus for the pedal assist levels, power switch over here, your light switch on the side over here, and then you have some stats that you can change with this switch on the side. So for these controls over here, you have the on off for the front headlight, I believe. You have a horn, and then you have your turn signal indicators right here. You also have this center mounted large color LCD display. Here's a look at the 7-speed Shimano derailleur. You have a right hand thumb throttle. So on first glance, I think the CycWagen looks to be of pretty decent quality. Everything was packaged securely. I don't really see any imperfections on it, and it just looks really sturdy. So now that we've gone over all the features of the CyCrown CycWagen, let's take it out for its first ride.
The CycWagen comes equipped with a 750 watt rated, 1000 watt peak hub motor tucked into a step-through aluminum frame that's sturdy and lightweight. It features dual 48 volt batteries, one at 10 amp hour and another at 15 amp hour, making range anxiety a thing of the past. With a potential of 120 miles on tap, depending on how hard you push it, it's definitely ready to go the distance. Speed tops out at a decent 28 miles per hour thanks to the right-hand thumb throttle and 5 levels of pedal assist. There's also a torque sensor that ensures the ride feels smooth and natural. The Shimano 7-speed derailleur and dual hydraulic disc brakes mean you're in full control, no matter the terrain. And with 20-inch by 3-inch fat tires, the CycWagen is very easy to handle, despite its size. It features an integrated headlight, taillight with turn signals, footrests, and a long rear rack with a bamboo seat board that's perfect for loading up with gear or passengers.
First ride with the CyCrown CycWagen. I think we're pronouncing it right. CycWagen, whatever. The handlebars sit pretty high up. I'm not sure why that is. I'm assuming it's for taller riders because this saddle seat can go way further up. I'm gonna drop it down maybe Maybe just a little bit. All right, so set it to pedal assist level 3, and my throttle is a right hand thumb throttle. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, power delivery feels good. The only thing is I feel like my body and my arms are really high on these handlebars because of the stem. But yeah, the power feels good, the tune feels good. The front suspension fork is absorbing some of these bumps over here. Very easy to maneuver. I believe these are 20 by 3-inch tires. So easy to steer. Something does feel loose in the back. It's making some noise. I probably didn't tighten something up. I like it. You know, I just feel like the handlebars were just a little bit lower. I think I would feel more comfortable. Pedal assist feels good, very natural cadence. Kicks in, not abruptly, but smoothly. Now let's just do a quick brake test. Here we go. Brakes have a lot of stopping power, which is no surprise. We got some hydraulic disc brakes on there. Okay, yeah, so first impressions, yeah, lots of power for something like this. For, you know, a cargo electric bike, you probably don't want to be going that fast or doing crazy tight turns, especially if you have cargo or if you're obviously transporting a passenger. You want to be careful. I do wish that the handlebars were lower for someone my size. There is like a stopper over here on the adjustable stem, and if it just went a little bit lower, I think it would have been better for me. Obviously, if you're taller, if you have the saddle seat all the way up, this will probably be at the right height that you want. Also, one thing that you want to be aware of is that the chain can rub against the kickstand because I didn't install it right. So you want to make sure this thing is installed right, you know, over the chain so it doesn't rub. Also, it seems like these bolts on the footrests are probably a little long, and so they were hitting the chain as well. So we could probably fix that with some washers or something like that, but just something to think about, not a big deal. Yeah, if you're looking for like a long, large cargo e-bike, the CyCrown CycWagen is a pretty good option. Oh, also the dual batteries. You know, you have front battery over here and the back over here, so plenty of range if you want to take this thing for a long trip.
The front suspension fork is comfortable, and the dropper seat post makes it easy to remove the rear battery. And the bright center mount color LCD display keeps all your stats in clear view. So here's what we like. The power and handling are surprisingly good for such a big bike, making it easy to ride for most people. Dual batteries offer decent range, letting you ride longer. And the long rear rack is a cargo hauling dream, ideal for everything from grocery runs to transporting small kids. And here's some things to consider. The adjustable stem may be too high for shorter riders, which could affect comfort and control. Some minor adjustments might be needed to prevent the chain from rubbing against the footrest bolts and kickstand, and its sizable frame can be a challenge to store indoors and transport. The CyCrown CycWagen is a decent, affordable option in the cargo e-bike market, especially with the dual batteries and large carrying capacity. And while it may present some challenges for short riders and those with limited bike storage space, its benefits in power, range, and utility are hard to overlook. So does the CycWagen seem like the right fit, or are its cons a deal breaker for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.